Hey guys, this is your friend Maynard from Civil Center and I welcome all of you back to our channel and another video tutorial on Teclastic Civil Designer. In this particular video, we'll explore some of the loading options, particularly on the panels, and we'll also see how to create opening in a slab and how to apply loads around the perimeter of this slabs. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So these features of loading can be very useful. As you can see, we have building model here and we have taken a particular floor and we'll apply loads to those particular floors. So in any view, as we have the top view of the terrace in this portion, you can just toggle between the 2D and 3D view by simply clicking on here. Along 3D view, as you can see, some options are not visible, but in 2D view, all the options of load you can just see and then apply. So basically, if we just click, we have just clicked on impose to loads here. So first of all, you can just default way of using and applying the impose load is like that. If we apply click anywhere and we have taken 5 kilonewton per meter square load, so it has applied the load on the entire level. So if you select the level, it will be selected on the entire level. Now I'll just click on Ctrl plus Z and let's see what loading of slabs. Let's take a slab load of say 5 kilonewton per meter square, and here also, as you can see, it has this load has been applied on the entire level, on the entire slab, because it's considering the whole as a single slab. So like this you can apply. So what if we take area load? If we take area load of say 5 kilonewton per meter square, and now, so if you take area load, you can just apply it into different spans. So if you want to just apply the loading on slabs of the same span, different loading, let's say if you want to apply just 6 kilonewton per meter square load here, so we can simply do that by this area load option. So this can be done using the area load options. And now going back to the 2D view, now let's apply some, let's say, your patch loads. So applying the patch loads, we can just take any reference node and just apply any particular patch. Let's say we can do it like this. I want to create a patch here. You can also define the size of the patch. You can also rotation angle, then you can pick like this. If I want, I can also assign patches or patch load by inserting values. Let's say from here I want to create a patch load at an offset of let's say 1 meter. So I'll just click on F2 and 1 meter, and then click on tab and then 1 meter and then enter, and then it is asking me to specify the size, and let's specify the size function F2, and then you can just specify the size, let's say 1 meter, and I can use the shift tab button and again 1 meter. So I have taken a patch of 1 meter into 1 meter, and I can click on enter here, and then I can select the angle from here. So here if I go, this is the positive angle and this is the negative angle. So let us take at an angle of, let's say 90 degrees or 75 degrees. Let's say 70 degrees. So like this, and then enter. So like this I can just create a patch load. As you can see in the 3D view as well, this is the patch load which has been applied. And you can also take a polygon load from anywhere. You can just pick a reference node for the polygon. Last point, you have to double click on it and escape. So, and you can also always edit these values. So this is the way to do a polygon load. Now if we want to apply a variable patch load, like this value of this particular loading is 6 kilonewton per meter square, and or this value will be the same for the entire patch. Suppose we want 5 kilonewton here and 6 kilonewton elsewhere. So how can we do this? So for this, we can apply the variable patch load. So let's apply the variable patch load by clicking on here. And if I want to start from here, let's just, this will be my second point. I'm just going to start from here, and I want to apply a variable patch load picking point 3. Now, if we want to end it here, you can simply double click on here, and then it will end. So this 3 points or a triangular patch load, variable patch load I want. Now it's asking for picking peak load of position 1. So let's me pick load of this position 1, position 2, and position 3. So these 3 positions I have taken. Now this is my load 1, 2, and 3. As you can see in the 3D view, this is the position of 3. Now this third load is 0, and sorry, second position is 0. I can just increase this value 2. So as you can see, this is my first load. I can also change this value 9 kilonewton, and this one, let's say 15 kilonewton per meter square. So as you can see, this is how you apply a variable patch load in Tekla Structural Designer. So these are the options which we have seen. Now, if you want, you can also apply some perimeter loading. How can you apply the perimeter loading? For that, let us just click on this. As you can see, ignore openings, and this is a load. Now, if I just click on any slab, let's say this 5 kilonewton per meter square, you can also always change this value. Let's take 2. Just click on anywhere, and then you can see in the 2D view particular loading of 2 kilonewton per meters has been applied here. And now, so now we'll just go to our model, and then in this, all in this option, we have an option of slab opening. So we can just create any opening of slab. You can easily customize it by pressing F2. So now I'm taking this, suppose slab opening, and I want to go back to my load, and in the load we have the option of perimeter load. So if you just ignore this openings options, it will ignore the openings. And if we just unclick on this, let's see what happens. We've taken perimeter load, and we have given this the 3D view. As you can see, it has ignored the openings. Now pressing Ctrl Z, and now if I just click on this and then apply the perimeter load, then what happens? It ignores the openings. So it is not applied any perimeter load in the opening part. So like this, you can just customize these options. So we have discussed in today's video about level load, slab load, area load, patch load, variable patch load, polygon load, as well as your perimeter load. So we'll discuss the other load types as well in our upcoming videos. So stay tuned. And if you have any queries or any doubts related to this video, you can comment below. And also, if you want to take advanced classes of Tekla Structural Designer or any other software related to civil engineering, you can register in the link which has been given in the description as well as pinned in the comment box. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.